Dynamite, there's a nicer one. Felt like a bluegill right away, but oh yeah, it's a big bull. Big bull. Come here, buddy. Oh yeah. Look at that. That's what we came to catch. Sweet. You like that little plastic? Let me pop him off. Man, these hooks just stick them, those little VMCs. They're really deadly. Look at that little tail. Nice big bluegill. We're not keeping any today, and we certainly could. That'd be a great eater. This particular lake we're on is one of those that are managed by the DNR as a Trophy Panfish lake, so it's a 5 fish minimum, and the lakes that we've seen that have those types of restrictions really are some great bodies of water for running into both numbers and size of fish. Panfish seem to really school up in the winter months, and they can be really susceptible to overharvest, and the regulation seems like it helps to protect those big ones. That was a great example of the regulation at work. Nice big bull. Boy, that was a nice fish. You know, my experience with bluegills through the ice is there's a couple places you end up finding them. One is in weed flats. They're fish that really seem to enjoy being around some type of vertical or standing cover, and a lot of times those weeds could be anywhere. Here comes one from, say, oh, there we go. Let's say anywhere from 4 feet all the way to maybe 16, 18 feet, depending on what the weed line is in your particular lake. And then the other location you find the fish oftentimes is over a basin. Shallow lakes that maybe have a 20 to 30 foot basin, you'll find both crappies and bluegills often mixed in those basins. They're not in the real deep 40 foot stuff, but more like that 20, 25 foot basin is another zone to find the fish. And both those environments have a lot of invertebrates. That's, you know, the primary forage of bluegills is little bugs that are, you know, little aquatic invertebrates, and that basin is a really fertile substrate on the bottom, and it's full of little bugs, and also these weed beds host a ton of you know, small little invertebrates as well, and that's where the gills like to be. Maybe you've seen these before, maybe you haven't, but these are little bait pucks from Strike Master. They're insulated little plastic bait containers, and they're pretty darn slick for keeping Euros or waxworms from freezing in your pocket. And I carry a couple of them all the time if I happen to be walleye fishing or perch fishing. I've got one, my red one, I put minnows right in it. They stay cool, and I can just keep a few minnows in my pocket, and then I keep the yellow one for the Euro, so I can just be mobile. I've got my snowsuit. It's like my fish house on wheels, and I can bounce around. I got bait to move from hole to hole. Never worry about being without bait.